Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Lisa Richardson, and today we're coming to you from the beautiful Waterfall Farms on Spring Island. Joining us today is our first guest, Jeremy Halker. He's the executive chef out here at Spring Island. Next, we'll be talking with Jim Basara. He's the lead volunteer out here at the community farm. And our final guest is John Strother, the broker in charge here at Spring Island. So stick around and join us for this episode of 843 TV, where communities come to speak.
(843 TV), where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Spring Island comes to speak.
Where Hilton Head Island comes to speak.
Where Beaufort comes to speak.
(843 TV),
where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV with our first guest here at Spring Island is Jeremy Halker. He is the executive chef. Jeremy, thank you for joining us out here on this beautiful morning out in a wonderful environment. I understand that you're fairly new to Spring Island. Give us a little bit about your background.
Well, I came here from Belfair Country Club. I was the executive sous chef at Belfair, and I was born in Florida. And I moved here in grade school, and my passion for cooking came probably through high school when I took some food classes, and then I just really created a passion for it. I fell in love with it and cooked at home and learned under my mom and dad. And then I joined the American Culinary Federation, which is a world-renowned federation for culinary arts, and became more involved. And I was mentored at Belfair from my previous chef, and he helped me, guided me to get this job here at Spring Island, and just happy to be at this wonderful community and here in this wonderful farm, as we can see in the video.
And I know it's a very engaging community. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit, but you also had a dish that was featured in the October issue of Equestrian Living. That's really neat. Share with us about that.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was actually a dish that I did for the South Carolina Seafood Festival previously in January, and I won a gold medal for it through the ACF. Oh, nice. And so when they offered the opportunity to put this in a magazine, what's your favorite dish? I said, you know, I have this wonderful dish that I did. It's very Southern themed and low country themed, and really and it fell into part perfectly. So, and that dish was, it was a blackened local tile fish. So it's a local fish off the coast that you catch about anywhere from 100 miles or a little less inland. And it was served with some roasted sweet potato grits. It had a smoked tomato and orange marmalade on top.
Sounds wonderful,
and
doesn't
then
it, John?
a little pesto roasted rutabagas. So all the ingredients came from South Carolina, and the fish was local, and it was great. And my family loves it, and they're all excited about the magazine. And I have numerous family members that are involved with equestrian and that amenities there. So it was nice.
Well, I know everybody that was there loved sampling that dish. I mean, I've never seen so many people descend on one dish. It was
that's one of my favorites. So
yeah, it was great. And one of the things, I saw some people walking toward the River House the other day, and they had chef's jackets on, and they aren't chefs, and had their names on it. What are y'all doing? Oh, we're going to cooking class. Chef Jeremy's giving us cooking class. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I think that's so neat.
Yeah, it's a cooking series. It's a 4-week series that we're doing. It was a 4-week series that we did at Spring Island, and it was limited to about 8 or 9 members because of our kitchen size and safety concerns. You don't want to have with all these new members using knives that, if you're unaware if they can use their knife or not.
Not a good idea.
So, but the 4 weeks consisted of your basics starting out for this series. So your basics were chicken stocks and fabricating chickens. We did knife cuts, we did making pasta, making breads and pastries, and we finished with seafood and the sustainability of seafood and purchasing local seafood and how to shuck an oyster and how to devein a shrimp, and how to actually, a lot of the members participated in cleaning a whole salmon, which was really neat. So, and some didn't because they were a little afraid. But
that would be
it went really, really well. It really did. It was exciting and engaging with the members, and you build those personal relationships with the members, which is so important. And why the big reason I'm in the club business, because of that family orientation, that you get being in the club.
They loved it. I mean, they were just over the moon about that. And,
Jeremy, this whole concept that you hear lately of farm to table, sea to table, it's a big buzz phrase, and there, you see that in restaurants. How does this farm here play out with the community and within the restaurant?
Well, on my menus, on all three of the menus that we do run, we have a breakfast menu, we have a lunch options, and we do have a dinner menu that actually goes from both restaurants. Anytime you see a vegetable or a produce item that's on the menu, and we have it growing at the farm, it will come from our local farm. And you really can't, when you say local and you say in your network of purveyors that you can purchase from, this is true local. I mean, you're right on your same plantation that you're at. And it's just a beautiful thing having this wonderful, amazing, as you can see, this 4-acre farm we have here from all the fall season, winter season, summer season, and how fresh it truly can be. So I have 3 or 4 culinary members on my team that know how to come out and properly pick and properly look for the ripest vegetable and when it's at its peak to get it, and then we wash it and clean it and we serve it to our members. And a lot of times some of the employees are able to take some home of extra and members get to take some, and so it's a wonderful thing.
It doesn't get any fresher than that, does it?
No.
Absolutely.
No, do y'all use eggs from the
We sure do,
chickens
yeah.
also?
Tammy uses, we don't get enough eggs to provide for like normal service, like with eggs in all of our desserts, but all the eggs are used for our ice creams that we make in-house.
Oh, is that right?
So all the egg yolk is used for ice cream, and then the egg whites are used for meringues and different things that we use for.
I know everybody's so happy to have you here. You've just made a tremendous difference in our program. I know this weekend you hosted a 250-person wedding. I mean, you cooked for 2 sit-down dinners. I mean, that's pretty amazing for you and your staff. You don't have a huge staff.
No, it was a challenge, and it's just the planning and preparation and training your staff and mentoring them as I was, and how to properly plan for when you're doing between 4 nights, you're doing 800 plates. So it was an exciting time, and it brings our camaraderie together in the kitchen a little closer.
It's kind of like war, isn't it?
It is, but it's fun though. There's no bullets flying on you. So.
Yeah.
Now, I heard something about a quail pie that you recently made.
Yeah, you know, when I first came to Spring Island, I've cooked quail. I've purchased it before, and I love it, but I've never seen the amount of quail that members bring me here. And half the time, they're actually like shot by them or by their friends. So a lot of times I'm picking out BBs of these little quail breasts and things, which
my goodness.
So you have to be very careful picking out little metal fragments of bullets and BBs and things they shoot them with. But the quail pies was new to me. I've heard of it, never cooked it. I had a few members bring me some quail, and some of them gave me some recipes to follow, and different ones were dairy-free, eggless, and so it was a learning experience for me. And it was fun. It was neat making, you know, I never made a quail pie for one, but let alone make 5 different varieties of it. I was like, wow, you really can do a lot with it. So members heard of it, and then more members were bringing more quail. So
we've got farm to table and from the hunting field to the table too, in a sense. So Jeremy, thank you for sharing all this great information.
Absolutely.
And you all stick around. We'll be right back with more 843 TV.